Hello! Today we're going to be talking about the bridge position and everything that you can do and what you shouldn't be doing in a bridge position and the 3 reasons why I think a bridge is so much fun. So, 3 reasons, one of the many, but with the bridge position you can isolate your glutes, which are your bum muscles, you can isolate your hamstrings, and you also get a really nice upper thigh, quad and hip flexor stretch, which for people who are in a seated position for most of the day and really getting super stiff up here, it's a really nice reverse for that position. So lots of fun things. To be able to do a good bridge, you really should already know how to isolate your core, how to pull down your rib cage, how to pull down your shoulder blades, get them in a proper position, and have that nice soft double chin. So if you're unsure about those things, rather go back to my previous video talking about that. I'll put a link up here, and then you can come back to this video when you've got that down. Okay, so if you know how to put those things on, we're going to come into a bridge position or onto the mat. And then the first thing I usually see when we start doing bridges is everyone kind of just drives up through the back and they get this big arch. That's not what you want with a proper bridge, because you will just hurt your back and you're just going to get too much range there and you're not really isolating your glutes at all. So to get a good bridge, we'll start with the glutes bridge. You're going to have your feet a little bit closer, core nice and tight, ribcage pulled down, shoulder blades down, light double chin. And we're going to squeeze up through the glute muscles, and you really want to get that squeeze, because if they're not isolating properly, you will feel it in your hamstrings, and that's usually a good cue that your glutes are not isolating. So squeeze through the glutes and lift up one vertebra at a time. So first your tailbone, then the next, then the next. You want to also watch that your pelvis is coming up straight, both pelvic bones together, and then straight back down. That one's not dipping to the side or swaying left or right. Okay, so core muscles nice and tight, rib cage pulled down. I'm going to squeeze for my glutes and I'm going to lift up one vertebra at a time, all the way up, squeeze one for one, really get nice squeeze there, and then I'm going back down one from the top, next one, next one, next one, until I'm all the way down. We can do that again, core nice and tight, really lift up from the tailbone, then the next, squeeze, drive up through the glutes, and then slowly back down. Good. So you can see in this bridge position that I have here, I'm getting a nice stretch over my hips, over a nice extension, and I'm getting that muscles, same muscles are going over my knees and attaching underneath my knee, so it's getting a good stretch over the knee as well. If you can keep this position and you've got no sway coming up and no dip when you come up, and these are exaggerated, but that's the kind of thing you want to be looking for. You can have core muscles nice and tight and you can keep up here. Keep that drive through the glute and keep your pelvis nice and stable. Now you can start going with the one leg into tabletop and then the other leg into tabletop. If that feels fun and comfortable, you can start taking a straight leg up towards the roof. Core still stays tight, really drive up through that other bum, or the other leg up to the roof. You shouldn't be doing those things if your bum starts dropping to the one side. And then if you feel nice and stable, you can have a nice straight leg out and do a straight leg up, straight leg down, straight leg up, straight leg down. And there are many different things that you can actually do in a bridge position to keep them fun and to keep isolating those muscles. Then from here, we'll be going into a hamstring bridge. So you'll just take a step further away down your mat and you can drive your heels into the floor. Core still nice and tight, and all the same principles apply, otherwise you might hurt your back easier with the hamstring bridge. And then you're just going to core nice and tight, still drive up one vertebra at a time. Up here, squeeze, and slowly back down. We can do that again, core nice and tight, one vertebra at a time, squeeze up, and then you can even do stuff like pulses. And I'm already really starting to feel my hamstrings. I can lift one leg up if I feel nice and strong. There it's already starting to shake. I can lift the other one up. If this feels like it's not challenging me enough and I can keep my back core nice and tight without arching, I can even take a step further down and I can bring it up a little bit higher, but that is already quite a challenge. Once you've done things like that, it's always good to kind of just reverse. So You can either pull the knees up to the chest and just have a little bit of a rocking motion with some deep breathing exercises. You can also get a nice bum stretch. So first you can just do the one leg over the other and try get this knee down to 90 degrees. If it doesn't, don't progress, really work on this. Something I also see patients do quite often is their heads end up being here because their nervous system is so tight. So you really just want to have this double chin and flat onto the floor with the bottom of your head. If this feels easy, you're welcome to bring your leg up, keeping this leg pushed down to 90 degrees, and you can just keep swaying to really open up through the lower back. Another stretch that's quite nice after the bridge position is we can also just stretch the hamstrings a little bit. So you can just have a straight leg raise. Everyone's can't get this nice and straight, it's just your hamstrings. If it is easy, or if it's not, you can have a little bit of a bent knee as well. We can just start pulling the toes up and down just to get a nerve stretch in there as well and really open up all of those muscles that we just worked. Good. Well done. I hope this video helped you a little bit with your bridge. I really hope you start using these things in your practice to make your exercises a bit more effective and to really just understand why you're doing the movements and to start feeling when you're compensating and know how to adjust in each movement. Please let me know if there's anything else that you would like me to focus on. I will be doing more of these videos, and thank you for watching.